Hi there everyone, GuardianE here with another live reaction and first impression video for Fire Emblem Heroes. Tonight we are getting the reveal of the next set of seasonal special heroes to drop into the game in just a few short days on Monday. I got the silhouettes pulled up here that were revealed on the Twitter not just about a day or so ago, confirming that this is in fact going to be a ninja banner. I had some doubts about that since we didn't get a rerun of the pirate banner that ended up being like Phantom Thieves kind of. But apparently while they got rid of pirates, they did not get rid of ninjas. So answering the age-old questions of pirates versus ninjas, apparently ninjas prevailed. But as you can see on the left-hand side there, those wing ornaments definitely make me think that's going to be a Cherche, which would be very exciting because that would be the first alt for Cherche in the game. And then on the right, looks like a dude exploding. That could be anybody. I have absolutely no idea. So, except other than that's probably the damaged art for somebody. Yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to pull up the trailer right now, and we'll watch it together for the first time raw. And then we'll take a closer look on a second run-through just to evaluate the characters and the banner as a whole. Alright, got the trailer pulled up here. We're going to hit play. Wait for that text to leave. There we go. Alright. Let's see what they got for us. Under the cover of darkness. Special heroes to battle. Super sneaky. And... What? What? Midnight Bloom? What? What? No way!
I do tend to...
Are you kidding me? That's a... Sencha? Sencha doing Camilla art as a... What? Oh, no way! Are you kidding me? Yo, that's so hype! That... I have to go down to 0. Oh, that's so amazing. Oh, she's a red tome. Okay, that's... There's some redundancy there, but we can work with it. Like, I'm one to complain. I don't care that there's redundancy. Okay, shaded by wings. It does look like this is going to be Cherche, I believe, as a flying axe user. Oh my god, I can't... I completely did... I can't even talk. I essentially wrote off ever getting, like, a Ninja Camilla, because we already got, you know, Camilla as part of the pirate duo, so I figured they weren't going to, you know, incorporate her into the, ninja element of things. Wyvern Ninja. Okay. So we are going to get a Heath. I guess that's fine. I don't really care. I just want to go back and see Camilla's kid again. I'm a little... It's kind of weird that she's a tome user. I would have thought she'd be a dagger unit then, based upon... I mean, I don't care. I'm not going to complain. It doesn't matter. Is that Elise? Oh, no. Okay. Oh, wow. Flame and Frost. That's going to be Laegjarn and Fjorm. Fantastic pair, and I recognize that Kaboon art anywhere. This banner has ridiculous art. That's crazy. Both Sencha and Kaboon, two of the best of the artists available for Fire Emblem Heroes for sure. Like, that's incredible. So, okay, duo skill. We're gonna look at all of this stuff, but first of all, I can't even, like... I was not... Honestly, I don't know when I was expecting us to get another Camilla alt. I was thinking, like, maybe she would get, like, a legendary late next year or something like that, you know, after some of the other siblings got some. But, I mean, the art for... She looks so good! Holy cow, that's crazy. Wyvern Ninja Paralog story, and Fjorm and Laegjarn in Kaboon style as well. Sencha art for Camilla. That's absurd. That's absurd! Oh, okay, so starting on... And you already know we are going to invoke the spark here. That's not a question. That is just a guarantee. So, Wyvern Ninja Special Heroes, starting on the 7th of November and going for an entire month. Heath is going to be the 4-star focus unit of the banner. No surprise there. I'm sorry, Heath fans. It was a given. He's a small fry compared to the other picks on this banner, like 100%. Even color distribution across the board. Camilla is the red. Cherche is the green. A little bit unfortunate for Cherche just because, you know, this is her first alt and you would like a little bit more color diversity. And then, of course, the duo is going to be a cavalry blue. So, I mean... I don't really need to say whether or not I'm going to be going in on this, right? I mean, it's pretty obvious I'm going to be going in on this. And yeah, I'm hoping that it goes a little bit better than the trials and tribulations that we went through to plus 10 the fair pirate pair of Hinoka and Camilla. But enough about me. I mean, I think the selection is we're going to take a closer look at the skills, but at least from the art perspective, getting both Sencha and Kaboon on a single banner, getting a Cherche Alt on a banner, all of that stuff together makes this banner fire. Like this banner. All right, so we're gonna go back. We're gonna take a closer look at these characters, one at a time, because I need to digest this. I need to absorb. Okay, so so Midnight Bloom. It is going to be Camilla. She has that scroll looming behind her. She's gonna be a flying red tome user. So there is overlap with the Drift Camilla. So I don't love that. At the same time, I'm not going to complain. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sencha doing the art. This is the first time that Sencha has done a rendition of Camilla in the game, so that is very, very exciting, and Sencha is certainly one of my favorite artists in Fire Emblem Heroes. Hopefully the next Camilla alt is Kaboon, and then we'd have basically the full circle of the world being my oyster, everything that I'm looking for. But, I mean, look at how stylish this Kunoichi outfit is for her. Obviously, it drapes over her luscious figure very, very well. Goes a little bit shoulderless on the sides, which does give it this elegant air. You have the black and the gold together, which naturally syncs up with her default outfit, right? You see the elements and the colors playing off of each other, and they work really well here because the gold does have these this shiny tone, this metallic tone that gives it a semblance of armor, very similar to her regular look. She has like the ninja, I forget what they're called, but the ninja armor on the shins, the shin guards, as well as the forearm guards, which looks really, really great. It looks like she's wearing fishnet thigh-high stockings with a purple lip at the top and some kunai stuck in there for good measure, really gripping those thighs. And she's kind of like just fingering the red scroll against her chest there. Really delicate, beautiful features in her face. Love the way the curls of her hair just drape down like that. Really decadent, gorgeous. And then she, of course, has like the ninja headband as well up top, but it's kind of like stylish, like more petite in nature, not obtrusive. Almost looks like a hairband, which I think fits really well with her. Now, her hair does seem to be done up in something of a high ponytail, which I absolutely love. And binding or tying that ponytail together is this little cute bow and ribbon, which almost makes it look like little cat ears sticking out the top, as well as, of course, the other horns that she has from her default look, built into and baked into the headband. So I love this art. I think it's so amazing and absolutely fantastic. I don't know if it's just because I haven't seen a Camilla alt in forever, but I think you can probably tell from how quickly I'm talking and how loud I am. Am I talking really loudly? I feel like I'm talking really loudly. That I'm very, very excited at the prospect of seeing a Ninja Camilla. That's amazing. All right, Flowery Scroll, 8 might. This is going to be a red tome, 8 might. That's a low might, which means this is probably going to be a brave weapon, and it has a really, really truncated description, so that gives me a lot of concern, actually. Killer Slaying effect, so special cooldown count -1, grants defense res +5, and inflicts speed -8 on unit. Unit attacks twice. Okay, there's the brave effect. Even if foe initiates combat, unit attacks twice. If foe initiates combat and unit's res is greater than foe's res, unit can counterattack before foe's first attack. I see. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Like, where's the edge? So it does seem like res and attack are probably going to be primarily the two big stats for her. Speed is going to be the throwaway stat because she is going to be a brave unit. And she's not going to be centered around quadding. She's going to be centered around having a brave effect, and not only having the brave effect, but it looks like she's going to be primarily enemy phasing. So the idea being that she gets to advantage effect on her if she is enemy phasing and she has res higher than the enemy's res. She's going to attack twice, probably proc her special because she has Killer Slaying effect, and a pretty potent special at that. So all of those things together sound pretty juicy to me. So Glimmer for the special does mean it's going to be a 1-turn charge, so it'll be 1 turn, and then when she vantages and attacks twice, she'll proc the Glimmer in the process. Close Salvo for the A slot if unit counterattacks regardless of foe's range. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack +5 during combat, but after combat, if unit attack deals 5 damage to unit. So she's definitely going to be able to take advantage of that +5 attack. I mean, every little bit of attack on her is going to be a big deal if she's going to be brave affecting. I guess what gives me, a little pause is that close salvo. I don't really like the dynamic with having an HP threshold and then having chip damage taken off after the turn. I mean, unless you have a Mystic Boost effect or some other regenerative effect built in somewhere. But, that being said, I still think that it's going to work just fine. And if you want, you could always just kind of swap to close counter, just to kind of have a neutral effect built in there and not have to worry about the tick damage. All right, Seal Res 4 for the B slot. It's not a Kanto, so this had better be good. This had better be good in intelligence systems. Inflicts Res -4 on foe during combat. In combat debuff. That's very solid. If no effect neutralizes penalties to foe's res, inflicts penalty on foe's res during combat equal to 7 minus current penalty on foe's res, minimum 0. Okay, so interesting. All right. If penalty is active on foe's res, inflicts special cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack during combat, inflicts res -7 on foe through its next action after combat. Okay, all right. So that's like a real all-rounder as far as sealing res. Which obviously will amplify her attack or her damage. So 7 minus the current penalty on foe's res, minimum 7. So whatever it is, even if it's just like a -3 res, she'd get an additional -7 res on top of that as an in-combat debuff. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, Brave Camilla inflicts a -7 debuff on the enemy. They're going to get -7 debuff, as well as a -7 debuff from Seal Res 4, and then another additional in-combat debuff of 7 from the activated buff. So that's a 21, -21, and then a native -4. So that would be 25. So -25 res on the enemy based upon a -7 activated debuff on them. So that's... especially since she wants to be a one-shotter in every instance, and every single stat point of minus res on them and plus attack on her matters. That's not bad. That's not bad. And also, if you wanted to, you could always give her a trace skill, and that could work just fine as well. So those are things to kind of think about here. Those are things to think about. And I think I do have an attack res trace for her, just in case I wanted to give her one. But anyway, inflicts res -7 on foe through its next action. So it even has a debuff on the enemy, an activated debuff for the next action. So even if, that just kind of rounds it out there. Attack res hold for the C slot, inflicts attack res -4 on foes within 3 spaces during combat. So that is going to be effectively, again, increasing the damage that she does, as well as reducing the enemy's attack. So altogether, I could definitely see the synergy here and how it works. It's sleek and effective. It doesn't have a ton of trappings and a lot of overbearing effects tacked onto it. It's not a paragraph long, but I think this is going to be super effective, and I think it has a lot of potential to be really deadly. So as you can see here, yeah, she's going to basically Vantage an attack and then proc her special, Glimmer here.
No hard feelings.
So I don't want to dote on it too much because this is going to be half the video. And it's going to go on forever. Her art is magnificent. Love the pose, love the ponytail trailing behind her, and there are these wisps of fire amidst her ponytail and hair that have the same kind of bounce and curls to them, so it just kind of all meshes together in a really beautiful symphony of colors and lights and effects. You have the scroll sweeping in front of her as well. Just really, really, really great stuff. So Sencha, excellent job. I am thrilled. Definitely one of my wishes to have Sencha do a Camilla piece. So here is Shaded by Wings. This is going to be the first alt for Cherche, and I just noticed she actually is another flying axe unit. So it's not even as though she's going to get another weapon, like a green tome or anything, or a green dagger or a green arrow. She's literally the same archetype as, the OG Cherche, which is a little disappointing, I think. That being said, I think people are going to be thrilled that Cherche has another version in the game. Art is by Kaya8, who always does a bang-up job. I will say, I feel like her art is a little bit plain I mean, it's simple in terms of her outfit, and maybe I'm just kind of coming off of the high of Camilla, and maybe that's why I don't know. I think it makes sense for her to have kind of a muted look. I think it works very well, especially since we know that Cherche underneath her armor has that the black bodysuit type of thing underneath, and so this kind of emulates that and fulfills that as well. Love the design of her axe. I think her axe looks fantastic. It has that giant shuriken pinwheel on the end of it, which is really great. A great aesthetic design. And then just kind of this flowing scarf with a sakura pattern at the end of it. So again, coming together really well. Yeah, I gotta admit, not my favorite Kayahachi art, just because Kayahachi usually sets the bar really, really high. So from my perspective, I feel like there could have been a little bit more detail and elements to it. But overall, I think it looks good. So Cherche's weapon, her axe, is going to be Wyvern Ono. It's 11 might. Grants defense res +5 and inflicts speed -8 on you. So, okay, very, very familiar here. Unit attacks twice, even if foe initiates. Deals damage equal to 20% of unit's defense, and reduces damage from foes' attacks by 20% of unit's defense. Okay, so she gets built-in damage reduction as well as fixed damage based upon her defensive stat. And her defensive stat is going to be boosted by the weapon as well. In terms of which archetype or skill abilities are better between Cherche and Camilla, they fulfill very, very different roles. I think in the instance where Camilla does not one-shot or one-turn, in those instances where you're not one-turning, Cherche's definitely has more versatility in terms of the built-in damage reduction and the built-in, damage boost. So there is that. And then Ignis is her special, obviously playing off of her high defense stat. Attack defense near trace 3, attack defense hold for the C slot. So again, a lot of what I said about Camilla's kit extends here as well. She's going to take advantage of all of these defensive boosts to herself, and defensive debuffs on the enemy to inflict more and more damage and also get further damage reduction. So that's going to be really useful for her, and she's going to just have the Brave effect, which she's kind of always had. It's going to be kind of her assimilating the role of her original version. I don't know. I mean, Cherche fans, let me know in the comments below. I would be a little disappointed in the fact that it's kind of the exact same role, or an enhanced version of the original role of Cherche. But a little close to home, and so it doesn't lead to a ton of diversity or incentive to using both Cherches on the same team. But that being said, I'm glad that Cherche has a version in the game, and that Cherche fans can rejoice about that. So here is Wyvern Ninja. So this is going to be Heath. He is going to be a flying archer, colorless archer. I like his look overall. It's very composed, very cohesive. Looks very dapper with the shoulder armor, the arm guards, the purple with the red. All works just very, very well with him. Has his signature green hair with the tufts of silver there alongside. I like the design of the bow. It looks very draconic in nature. There's the almost like a scaling design, as well as some wingtips on the ends. It looks like he has a very colorful, I don't know if that's a wakizashi on his side there, but a blade on his side for close quarters, just in case. He has the hip guards as well, which is kind of like a signature look in this kind of native Japanese style. I think it looks really nice. So Heath is going to be the 4-star focus unit of the banner. We already know this. Wyvern Yumi Plus is his weapon. It is going to be inheritable, 6 might. Effective against flying foes, grants defense and res +5, and inflicts speed -8 on unit. Unit attacks twice, even if foe initiates, unit attacks twice. So there you go. Pretty cut and dry, but we've gotten that in the past where the ninjas have often had like a brave effect built in. So this isn't a huge surprise or departure from that. Bonfire for the special, attack defense catch 3 for the A slot. So that's an outdated skill, but the catch 4 skills are amazing, so this could be a decent stepping stone from a 4-star special unit that's going to be relatively easy to get. So you can use him basically as a stepping stone for attack defense catch 4 and some other skills. Pulse smoke 3 for the C slot. So nothing huge to write home about with Heath, other than he can serve as a stepping stone. Pulse smoke still has some interesting uses and applications. Attack defense catch 3, again, can lead to a catch 4. And Wyvern Yumi Plus, honestly, is pretty good. I mean, as far as inheritable bows go, if you're looking for the double hit feature, that there's, you know, this will do you nicely, basically. So there is that. All right, so Flame and Frost is going to be the duo of Laegjarn and Fjorm. A wonderful pairing together. I think they even look more fantastic paired in this fashion, because obviously they're good friends now. It warms my heart to see them together, and they're rocking. I love the outfit dichotomy that they have between them here. They both look knockouts as ninjas. Fjorm rocking the slim fit kunoichi outfit, but it has the light colors and tones you associate with the ice. And then she even has kind of a shorter cape as well, or cloak behind her, which kind of fits into the more svelte look, right? And then it has those the thigh-hugging leggings, and then she has a kunai stuck in the thigh strap as well. And then beautiful flowers in her hair that would match her eyes with the beautiful icy blue. And then Laegjarn has sort of this more dynamic, broader, more billowing cloak behind her with the fiery red. That makes a lot of sense. And then she kind of has a more elegant and flowing outfit. Overall, darker tones, has flashes of red across, has that kind of charcoal red element to it to really drive home this whole, you know, flame of Muspel type thing, right? And then she, of course, also has flowers on her. But it looks like they have the little, I don't know if they're Oni masks or what kind of masks they are. You can't really see from this angle, but it looks like they have matching masks, which is really, really cute. And they look really great together. And then Laegjarn has that bow reaching up over her with... and she has it looks like she has a shuriken in one hand, actually, as well as the bow in the other. And it looks like it's sprouting flames on the sides. It has these giant, like, scales coming off of the middle. So, again, has some dragon elements to it, which is really cool. And then I just noticed their weapon type. So they are going to be a flying blue archer, which is great because we don't have a ton of, you know, a lot of the flying duo archers are green, so it's nice to have a blue one. We're having some more diversity here, so that's fantastic. Again, Kaboon, amazing job on the art as always, really delivering, and they both look fantastic. So Flame Frost Bow, 8 might, we all know what that means. Going to be a killer slaying effect, effective against flying foes, defense res +5, speed -8, unit attacks twice on both enemy and player phase. Grants bonus to units, attack defense res, during combat equal to 70% of the highest value among the total bonuses of target, and the total bonuses of an ally within 2 spaces of the unit as well. Okay, that's intriguing. That's very intriguing. That leads me to believe that there is going to be a self-activated buff for their duo skill, probably, if that's the case. I mean, that's very, very solid. That's very solid. Although it's just kind of weird. It doesn't feel like a natural fit for the rest of it. But again, it might depend on the duo skill that they have. Moonbow for the special natural fit with the killer slaying effect and the brave effect. Attack res catch 4 for the A slot. That's going to be a great fit. Hopefully she has a way of self-activating the debuff on the enemy or the penalty on the enemy in order to get the full boosts that she'd like to enjoy to attack and res. Seal Defense 4. So this is going to be, I mean, I'm not going to reread this. It's just like Seal Res 4. And then Attack Smoke 4 for the C slot. So it's after combat, inflicts attack -7 on foe and foes within 2 spaces of target through their next actions, and grants Defense Res +6 to unit for 1 turn. And unit gains, foe cannot make a follow-up attack for 1 turn as well. So yeah, I mean, I think they've definitely got a solid kit overall. I feel like the effect for Flame Frost Bow is a little unusual, but it's probably, again, going to hinge on the dynamic with the duo skill. So let's go ahead and take a look at the duo skill now. Actually, first let's take a look at the attacking art. And absolutely glorious. Love the dynamic movement as they're striking a pose, shifting forward into attack formation. You've got Laegjarn with the bowstring pulled at the ready. The end of the arrow itself has flames coming off of it, which is great. And then you have Fjorm in the back, you know, striking a ninja pose with the kunai in her hand, getting ready to toss them at her enemy. Really, really great. And then, so this is going to be their duo skill. So, grants unit another action. Okay. All right. Well, there we go. That's always good. I mean, it's never going to be a bad duo skill. Grants unit another action. May be used only if unit has already entered combat or during the current turn. Duo skills can be used once per map by tapping the duo button. All right, okay, so it's effectively Ninja Lin's skill, right? Which is still effectively broken today. So there it is. I mean, I was expecting there to be some dynamic with like the self buff and the friend buffs, you know, to really get the whole proccing going with her weapon effect. So I'm a little surprised that there's not something built in. I mean, not like she needs it, but that does mean that you're going to have to create a team formation that does provide the necessary buffs to activate the full effect of Flame Frost Bow. Love the chibis, and there's their self-refresh effect. And then there they go, attacking into the flyer here. Beautiful, yeah, that art. The special art also amazing. And then the Camilla art, and then there's Cherche, and then there's, I guess there's Heath too. Yeah, I just, there's so good, so good. I didn't even take a look at who's here. Oh, hey, that's Har in the corner, right? Up there, I think. So if that's Har, and it looks like he's going to be a flying sword user, presumably going to have the same effects as everybody else, so he's going to have effectively an enhanced brave sword on both phases. So yeah, no, that's okay. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Okay. Well, this is probably like an hour-long video because I like gushed for 20 minutes over the new Camilla. I mean, you all know where I stand on that. If you don't know, then you're new to the channel, clearly. So welcome to the channel. But so I'm obviously going to be summoning on this banner. I wish I had more orbs than I do, but I'm going to go ahead. I've left a lot of farmable orbs on like for different missions and stories and multi-map stuff like within the game. So I'm going to definitely farm that stuff. I'll probably end up buying whatever packs there are currently available, the special packs or whatever, to make sure I'm stocked for this banner. But I think it goes without saying that I'm absolutely going in for Camilla here, and I also want the duo. So I'm going to go in for both of them. Now, am I going to go nuts here? Am I going to go like 1,000, 1,500 orbs deep like I did for the pirate duo on the first banner? I don't know, because I think that ultimately there's going to be more value, most likely, on the double special banner when Camilla comes back. So given that, I'm probably going to go to 0, but I don't know how much I'm going to have before going to 0, basically, is kind of my thought process, at least at the moment. So I'm not entirely sure. We'll kind of have to see how things go. I'm going to play it by ear. I'm not going to commit to anything. It's going to be a big session no matter what, but maybe there's going to be an even bigger session when the double special hero banner comes out. We'll just have to see, I guess. But my personal bias aside, being completely serious here, I do think that Camilla and the duo are the highlights of the banner. Cherche, I love the fact that she has her first alt in the game. The Kaya Hachi art is pretty good, but I am a little disappointed at the niche that she fulfills, being a little bit duplicative and redundant with her original version. It's going to be better, but I just kind of, I wanted there to be something more for Cherche fans to play with. Heath is she's just okay. It's just okay. There's really nothing really special there. But Camilla has that whole Vantage, Brave effect, special proc combination that's going to be very, very potent. And then the duo skill is naturally going to be very strong as well. Having the Brave effect, having the self-refresh, having all of the bells and whistles. So definitely I think the two prizes of the banner are right there. But let me know in the comments below if you're excited for Wyvern Ninja, if you're excited for a new Ninja banner, if you're excited for the first Cherche Alt, if you're excited to see a new Camilla like I am, if you're excited for Kaboon art, if you're excited for Sencha art, if you're excited for a Laegjarn and Fjorm duo. There's a lot to love about this banner, so I'm pretty thrilled with it. But let me know in the comments below what you think. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you all so much for watching, for taking time out of your day to spend with us. We really do appreciate it. And until next time, let's protect those skies.